wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
Niggas is doing drunk. Memorial has been beating my motherfucking ass.
I haven't been getting lit. I've been on the chill side. Today's the first day I've been kind of drunk. Well, I lied. I got lit the other 2 days. Damn. But it's because we be at work.
And exactly, because work is like equivalent to going outside. Because I'm going to say, I was drunk on Friday. I was drunk on Saturday. I was drunk on Sunday. And I always be like...
Your lashes look really good, though.
Thanks,
Did you
girl.
just get them redone?
No, girl. I've been,
That's the same lashes you got last time?
Yes, girl. I've been doing my thing. Okay.
It's been lashing. It's still very full and thick.
Shout out to Kelly.
Yeah, let's shout her out. She a bad bitch.
I'm going to say, always gonna give props where props are motherfucking due.
Yes.
So, yeah, I've been drunk, bitch, and it's been problematic because I'm not functional. I'm surprised that I even got here before you, being as drunk as I was.
Wow.
So, yeah, a bitch been drunk. How you been?
I've been good. I just came back from vacation. I had a great time at St. Croix. One thing I would say about St. Croix is them bitches on the islands are suffering. Them bitches are suffering.
That's why there's passport bros.
They do not want to spend no money on a bitch in St. Croix. Like, that's why the passport boys, they go there, because these bitches are used to niggas not spending no money on them.
That's wild.
So, yeah, I only found like maybe 2 or 3 guys total the whole trip that was like, provider mentality. Like, didn't mind spending.
It never gave you're not spending money on me.
Like, what? And then not only that, they still want to take you home and get the poom poom. And I'm like, sir, you haven't even bought me a drink. And this one white man I met pretended not to know me because he gave me his number, told me to go take him on a boat. Next day I'm texting him, like, just curb my boat. He's like, I don't remember meeting you. I was like, I literally have your number on my phone. You saved it. I was like, I literally have missed calls from you. And once I sent him that, he just stopped texting back. I'm like, yeah, your wife saw it. You got sober up and your wife seen this shit. Y'all, if y'all have wives, at least bring them on the phone, okay? Like, I don't know. Y'all don't do this right. But yeah, I had a great time at St. Croix. It was very expensive. Okay. I didn't expect it to be expensive, but it makes sense because everything is imported.
Yeah.
Water's beautiful. Nightlife sucks. And the Spanish part of St. Croix is the only popping part.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably will never go, but I'm so glad.
I don't recommend it. I
0 out of 10. But it's so crazy, y'all. I know, side note, because we do a lot of side notes, but right now I'm thinking about how Samantha met with one of my friends out of the country. They never met each other while they were in United States.
Yeah.
And they both live in Houston.
Yeah. Actually, 2 people I met in St. Croix knew people from the U.S. because this other guy I met there knew the girl I go to gym with.
It's like, that's so funny. I'm like, this world is too small.
Too small.
And shit get caught up. So that's what I'm saying. The more you fuck around, the more you're going to fucking find out, y'all, because...
And what they about to find out?
They gonna find out that you got a PSA, bitch, because the girls ain't back at it again yet.
I do have a PSA. My PSA really goes back to our roots. Is niggas ain't shit. They really are not shit, and this is why I say this. So I was at work chopping up with this nigga because I get bored. And I start when I get high, I get to talking. I don't know why, because high me like to talk, sober me don't talk.
Because when I'm high, I be like, shut the fuck up.
Right, sober me don't say a lot of words. Behind me, I'm blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, I was talking to this guy, and he was telling me like, you the type of girl that I gotta come right with. I gotta do like flowers, travel type shit. Like I can't come like crazy to you. And I was like, what? He's like, I can tell, like, just the way you carry yourself makes me feel like I got to come correct. Because I was like, do you treat girls differently? And he was like, yeah, I treat hoes like hoes and I treat women like women. Like, if you have the way you carry yourself, make me feel like I can treat you some type of way, I'm going to treat you some type of way. And if you carry yourself a different way, I'm going to treat you some type of way too. And I looked at him and I told him, I was like, the way you treat people is more a reflection of you than is of them. Because when you see someone and you feel like, oh, she a hoe, so I'm gonna treat her. I'm not gonna, do stuff for her because she's a hoe in your mind. Yeah. It's more reflection than it is of her. Yeah. And that goes to say, like, man, like niggas know. They know who to treat right, who to treat wrong. And that's so crazy to me. So I just say, bitches, know your fucking value and don't accept less because niggas know. If you're not getting certain type of shit, it's because the guy don't see the reason to do it for you. And that's sad to say, but that's the truth.
I mean, I can't lie there because I feel like, but I feel like I feel like in the same breath we do that for men too.
Mhm.
Certain men we will treat like shit. We will do this and the third. Something we wouldn't fucking dare. We said this man is a king that knows his motherfucking
Yeah.
word. So no, I would not. So I
Mhm.
feel like in general,
it's both sides.
it is both sides, but I just feel like treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. It's not even, if you want someone to treat you like a wife, then you need to treat him like he's going to be your husband.
Mhm.
So
I agree, girl.
So
the girls are back at it again with another messy ass episode and Sip and Spill where we create conversations. Oh wow.
sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, the main character, Teray.
Oh. My voice kind of scratchy. I feel like I'm kind of like, not all the way there.
I mean, I think it's because we only took one shot, and that's okay. Like, I feel like I'm more hungry than I am
wanting to drink.
Because I feel like when we start drinking on an empty stomach, this shit gonna get left real quick, and then we gonna listen to the episode like, ew.
Not just that, we're gonna want to go outside. Then we're gonna want to go outside,
Ooh,
and
girl.
we just want to keep the party going. And
the party needs to not go. It needs to stop at the destination
Why does
here.
the party need to stop tonight?
Let's get into our highs and lows. That's why the party needs to stop.
It's Monday. It's Memorial Day. Let's turn the fuck out. Let's act bad. I want to act bad tonight.
Real bad.
Right. Okay. My high. I already talked about it, is I just came back from vacation, and my low is I lost all my damn lashes, bitch.
So
my bottom lashes, my top lashes, bitch, I ain't got no lashes. So
my high is I got a new car.
Woo, 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 woo.
What is my low? Wow. Actually, my high is that I went to go see Rent the Musical.
Okay.
That was a fucking vibe.
Okay.
And I got a new car. I only got highs. A bitch ain't been low.
Period.
So let's get into some wine facts so we can get into some motherfucking tea time. Tea time. So y'all, I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. We probably drank this already.
We have.
And the thing is, I didn't get it. My boyfriend got it because I was running, doing my face and everything.
Mhm.
So I'm appreciative for what it is.
But it's okay because I've been done that like 3-4 times already.
Yeah, and it's okay. So thank you for helping. But yeah, I just probably need to get it myself when I was supposed to get it and not procrastinate. So it's really on me, baby. It's not on you. So today we're doing the double black. It's a 1924 Cabernet, I believe. It is a Cabernet. I didn't even look at that to know it was a Cabernet. I'm pretty sure it has dark flavors. It probably has bourbon flavors.
We've been doing this for so long. It has all the same notes.
It literally has the same notes at this point. Let's see. Crafted in the finest fruit grown in select vineyards, our 1924 Cabernet delivers dark, rich flavors as blackberry, currants, a hint of vanilla spice, blended with a velvety tannins. That sounds such a weird word, tannins.
The tannins.
In the style of reminiscence of the Prohibition era.
Y'all, you think niggas was sneaking alcohol during Prohibition, or was it just the white folks?
I think niggas wasn't because niggas was probably gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Like, no one was looking at white people to do shit like that because we know they were the criminals. Just like when they do white-collar crimes and blue-collar crimes, we know who to look for. We don't ever trace it back to black people. We know who's doing those crimes, so they look for certain crimes.
Yeah.
Because they know what black people are able to do. We do things within our realm of criminology, niggerology. Cheers to another messy-ass episode of Sip and Spill. Wow. It's not bad.
It smells dry.
No, it's actually sweet. Not bad, right?
Definitely not sweet.
Let's get into some motherfucking...
On the drier side.
Let's get into some motherfucking tea time. Tea time.
Khloe fucking Kardashian. So I don't understand Khloe's reasoning to have the second baby with Tristan. I guess she just wants to keep the same baby.
I never understood the reasoning behind having a child.
I'm okay with having a different baby daddy because you're not going to keep embarrassing me. I'm going to switch up my baby daddy in a heartbeat. I'm not the type of people who care about having all my kids being the same nigga. Like, if you a bad nigga, my next thing going to be a good one.
That part.
So anyways, so she had a surrogate have her baby with Tristan, and she was saying how it's so hard for her to feel connected to the baby because the baby didn't come from her directly, and she loves her baby, but it's not the same connection, and people don't tell people who do surrogacy about this. So the feeling she's feeling, she kind of feels guilty because she's like, damn, I'm supposed to love this baby, but I don't have the same feelings like my first baby. So what do you think about that?
I think that also, I'm not sure. I'm speaking of someone that looks on the outside, and I feel maybe she also doesn't feel as connected to the babies because she doesn't feel connected to her partner.
I agree.
I feel that if she felt more connected to Tristan, maybe in even the entire process of the surrogacy and or in their partnership, that she would feel that she made the right choice in bringing another child into this world.
Because I kind of feel like she only had that baby because someone else got pregnant.
Yeah, because I don't understand. I know it's not we don't need to know, but
it's really above our
like,
tax bracket,
I really do feel like Cardi B. What was the reason? Like, why did you have another child with this man when he wasn't acting right with the first one?
No.
And not only was he not acting right with the first one, he was not acting right while you were pregnant with the first one.
Yeah. And then cheat on you again.
After the first one.
Cheat on you again. And these are not just cheat that happen. These are the cheat we know about.
And these are the cheats that are public because they're having children out of these cheats.
Yes.
Like, if you're going to cheat on me and you come home with a baby, at this point, we're not together no more.
Very public cheats. But anyway.
Because how do you have evidence of the cheat?
That's the worst part.
That's the worst type of cheating, that there's evidence of a cheat.
Yeah, I got to
because now I got to look at this motherfucking baby.
Yeah.
And got to love you in spite of it.
Right. Like, I'm a bad person.
I'm sorry. I don't even know how regular... So, famous, I get it. But regular bitches, how do y'all do that shit? I need y'all to tell me. How do y'all stick it through with niggas that cheat on you, come back with a baby, and want you to have a loving relationship?
Girl.
Because it never gave that.
And then this one video I saw, the side bitch, the pregnant side bitch went and fought the main bitch. Now you got the hoe fighting me too? Like, what? She pregnant with the baby, and now I'm getting beat up.
And that goes, hold on, side note, that all goes to show, that's the kind of woman, I'm sorry, that goes back to the PSA. That's the kind of woman you get. Because if you give a woman hell, don't expect peace. Stop asking for women, say, I want a woman that gives me peace. What are you bringing that woman?
Yeah.
Please, I need to know, what peace are you bringing to that woman's home?
Ain't no
that you deserve peace.
Ain't no peace. That's why Chloe in turmoil looked at this baby, looking at the baby like, damn.
I want problems. Always
with this damn baby. And honestly, I feel like her feelings are valid. There's nothing wrong with the way she's feeling, and I'm happy that she's able to be honest with these feelings and say it out loud, because I'm pretty sure other women could probably feel this way.
Facts.
And they probably feel like they're terrible women because it's like, I have a baby, but I didn't give birth to the baby, so I don't feel connected to the baby. And I'm 100% sure there's a different connection from when you have the baby than when you don't have the baby, because that's probably why men leave their children so easily. And women, girl.
You gotta always lead it back to niggas.
But I'm just saying, it makes sense why it's easier for men to leave children, and for women it's harder because it came out of you. It grew out of you. And that's probably why she's having those feelings, because that baby did not grow out of her. So they're both the dads in this relationship with the baby.
Sick.
But yeah, I like Chloe though. Shout out to her. Hopefully she,
finds her peace.
Or
find at least a peaceful nigga.
Right. Please find a different nigga. Honestly, please. Chloe, find a different nigga.
And they said nigga
done try to cheat on you with your little sister's best friend. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. It never gave underage drinking and kissing. Okay, so let's get into some more pressing matters. Another baby daddy is baby daddy, and now finally, London on the track? London on the track. Yeah, London on the track.
Summer Walker. I like Summer Walker. She kind of has a bird brain, but now I'm getting to know her a little bit.
Do you notice you always do shit like that? You always try to get someone a compliment while you backhand them and say, you know what? Like, bitch, you dumb, but I like you.
Yeah, she is a dumb bitch, but I like her. So she was on Carisha Please, which I love Carisha Please. I really like Carisha, honestly. I think she's funny. She's a bad bitch. And she's just like herself.
Get to the story, bitch.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just giving Carisha her props because I like that bitch. I didn't give Carisha no backhand comments.
Not yet. It was coming.
No,
I felt
it was not coming.
I felt it because she was seen on the scene with Sean Combs. And I thought she was going to bring it up like, thought she was single, bitch.
No. I appreciate her. I love the movement. But anyways, on the show, she said how when her and London officially broke up, he was not a good baby daddy.
Yeah.
Like, he was just giving her, he said, he put me through the ringer. I had to do a lot of praying and shit. I'm like, okay, girl. Yeah, good for you. And when a new woman came into his life, he was able to now be a better father. And she was saying, well, now he moved on and that's why he could be a better father. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, why does it usually almost always, because I don't know the percentage, but I've noticed there's a pattern of how certain men don't become good fathers until a woman comes into their life to make them a good fucking father.
I think it's like what she was saying on the show, though. If they're hurt, it's kind of, I don't know why it's even justification that we even give it even a pass to say that because they're hurt. That's the reason why they're not taking care of their child. Because when the child was made...
We'll just say that if I can't be with you, I'm not saying my kid.
Exactly, but I'm just saying if the child was made out of love, it should be love regardless. It doesn't matter if you are still with that person or without that person. Because I know that the only way I would even sacrifice my body to such travesty is if I know that. And I told someone, I said, the only way I could have a child with someone is if I know I can co-parent with them.
Yeah.
Because marriage is not always guaranteed.
Yeah.
Staying with your partner after a child is not always guaranteed. So if I look at this person and know, if I see that I can co-parent with you, I'm okay with having a child with you.
And sometimes you really honestly feel like you can co-parent with that person and then you can't.
But I don't think that she went into it thinking they were going to be co-parents.
Oh, I'm not talking about Summer. I'm talking about like in
but
general.
most times people go into unions with a child thinking that's going to be their binding moment when usually the child is what disintegrates the relationship.
A lot of the time.
So for me, when it's like my prenup. Like if I know I can co-parent with you, I will have a child with you. Mm-hmm. But if there is no way in hell, that's why I almost was the third baby mama. Because I saw how he was with his other children. The man was very like, I want to do this for them. I'm like, oh, okay. So if all goes left, you're going to still take care of the child.
Yeah.
Like he's the kind of person that wants their child throughout the week. He actually wanted custodial parentship. And I said, I can deal with that. Those are things that I want. Mm-hmm. If you're going to leave me, you can leave with the baby. So that's why I was okay with probably having a child with him. Because I'm like.
Third baby mama, though. I was almost a fourth, you know.
I am fucking crying. And never gave fourth because
never gave fourth.
You were like after you heard about the third, you was like,
girl, I was out. I almost left after the second. Third, I was right out that door. But yeah, I just hate that it just sometimes takes a woman to make a man be a father to his kids. It shouldn't be that way. You should want to parent your kid no matter
whatever stage in your relationship. Yeah.
No matter if the baby mama's giving you hell. Because a lot of people are like, oh, she giving me hell. So no, that's not an excuse either.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what she's acting like or what he's acting like. It's not an excuse to leave your child, in my opinion. Because they're innocent in this situation.
Always.
Next, we're getting to, I can't say her name, so you're going to say her name.
Danae Jackson. Tammy has been wanting to talk about her. I said her. I couldn't even get it out. Samantha wanted to talk about her for the last month.
Girl,
2 months.
Over-exaggerated. It's been like 2 weeks. And I went on vacation, so we can talk about
I feel like it feels longer when you keep talking about it. So for me, it felt like...
I kept sending you videos of
Samantha kept sending me video after video after video. She said, girl, look at her. And then I said, wear her helmet of salvation now, huh? Who protecting her now, huh?
Yes.
And the thing is, I don't feel bad for her. So go ahead and run the store, girl.
You don't feel bad
run
for her?
It.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think she's doing it all wrong. She should put all this information in a book, bitch. Because this shit needs to be in a book for all you went through with this man. You're over here giving it out for free. But anyway, she was on a podcast and she was revealing the relationship. And she's looking better now. I feel like, sometimes it does take leaving a relationship to like elevate yourself for some women. And, she's still, dressed modestly, but she's kind of sexy with it. So anyways, she was explaining to us what some of the things she endured in her relationship. She said one time that he cheated on her with at least 100 women without the relationship. That he would make her watch videos of other women he was having sex with and make her study their bodies so she can have sex with him the way the other women would have sex with him. There was a point in the relationship where they were taking turns where they were passing each other up in the hallway with the other woman he was sleeping with. And, she'll go upstairs while the other girl he was fucking go downstairs. And a lot of toxic narcissist thing going in a relationship. And even though, I feel like she chose to stay with it, there's also a level of manipulation because I think they met each other when they were 17. So they've been together for a very long time. And these are the type of girls I feel like men say they want to marry, but they never do them the way you're supposed to do them. Like, she kept quiet. She was modest. Even when she was trying to get him to tell people she had a wife, he didn't want to tell people she had a wife because she was making the block hot. That was what he said. So he wouldn't be relationship close without because we didn't find out he had a wife until recently. Yeah. He was married to her this whole entire time and he came off as a single man. Yeah. So that narcissistic controlling behavior I feel like there's a certain type of men that y'all say these are the women that y'all want to be with. But honestly, y'all cheat on them with women that are more like us. They're free, talk shit, do what they want, have their own money, type women. So I feel like y'all should definitely set the tone and say, this is what y'all want. Stop cheating. Just marry a girl like us. Because this is what you really want. Why do you think Diddy's with Young Miami? She got him spending money and shit. Like, she's showing off that that's her trick. And he loves it. There is a certain type of men who like a certain type of women. And these are not the type of women you want to be with. And if you want to be with that type of woman, treat her right. Like,
That's
why I gotta do her dirty?
And do her dirty for years.
The fact that she got to see the bitches, you making her watch videos of other bitches you're fucking so she can fuck you like them. How evil is that?
I don't feel bad for her. I do not feel bad for you one bit. I feel like you should have never even told us your story because if you're going to stick beside it, you're going to stick beside him. I don't like when people use a breakup as a tell-all story. Like, I feel like if you really felt this damaged, and like you said, it might be manipulative, manipulative. Couldn't even get the word out. See? God don't like ugly. That's because he said you talking shit, bitch. You can't even get your words right. It might be all those things that you're saying that they are, but it does not stop the fact that it happened. Yeah. And it's like, so what are we supposed to do with this information?
She accepted it.
I feel like, what do you want from us?
Maybe this is her therapy. I feel like she should have put it in a book, honestly. I don't feel like she should be giving out this free game because, bitch, the shit that you went through is book worthy. And, get some money out the situation. Put your hurt and put it out there. Because I feel like writing could be therapy. So maybe she does want to tell a story to like be more therapeutic and like let the world know like this is the kind of man I was dealing with. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I don't agree with giving out for free, bitch. Get some money out of the situation.
I feel you. So I guess we'll respect it for what it is.
Right.
But what I don't like is because
she would be considered a high value woman, right?
No, not in my opinion.
Not in your opinion?
I was going to say, for someone that is married to a high-value man, because he put himself on that pedestal
as a
of
high-value
man.
So you don't think she's a high-value woman?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to get into. I was going to say, do you think that most high-value people actually date each other? Because it's the math is starting to not math.
Yeah.
Because if everyone is high-value, that means, there are more secure relationships types. And we're not. She was operating off of a place of being manipulated. I can't even get the words out.
I would think some men would consider her a high value woman because of how modest she is and how quiet she is and how she like stays in the back and she wears her helmet of salvation and all that shit. So I feel like some men will.
The bitch was crying out for help when she went on the fucking internet with a fucking bonnet on and was acting like she looked like she was held there by a gun.
Go over here cursing us out, bitch. Like we told him to cheat on you, bitch.
So yeah, no, no. We're gonna get into that because we're not gonna talk about that right now. Okay. But that gets into our topic of fucking conversation: high value women.
Okay. So, do you feel like high value women exist?
So I actually do feel like they exist, but I feel that they're hard to detect.
Okay.
Because I feel that when men are looking for high value women, I don't know if it's the same as what women think what a high value woman is. Because I feel like we have different perspectives of what high value looks like. That for me, it's like you said, you asked if she's a high value woman. I'm like, no, she's not. Yeah. But to someone else, she might be seen as. So I feel like for women, it's more subjective of what a high value woman is. But I feel like with men, it's a pretty straight line of what you consider a high value man is.
Okay.
So what about you?
I feel like high value women absolutely do exist. And I also agree with you that it's more subjective for us because, like you said, I don't really consider her high value. But I feel like there are a group of men who would like a woman like that because that's that type of woman that you can cheat on and do whatever you want to, and they see value in a woman who's going to bring them peace while they give them hell. So I'm dead-ass serious, girl. That's a high value woman to them. So, but she's definitely not high value in my opinion. But yeah, high value woman because I would consider myself a high value woman.
You say you don't?
I would.
Okay.
But a lot of niggas might not.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay, so in your opinion, what is a high value woman?
My opinion, a high value woman is a woman who can definitely make her own money, whether you choose to or not. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that you have the ability to. You speak your mind when needed. You know how to be empathetic to situation, understanding. And you know your worth to where you know where you can add value to other people and to yourself and to your family. All that to me, I feel like it's a high value and heavy on being able to make your own money. I feel like the one thing about what consider someone a high value, male or female, is the fact that you can live on your own and do your own thing without having anyone to like share the bills with you.
I feel like for me, what makes you a high value woman is just believing you're a high value woman. I feel like I live my life in delusion. And if you have this certain, like if you so many times say, I'm this, I'm that, you're going to start showing up as that person. Because, you know, we always say you speak these things into your life. So imagine if you don't have any confidence or if you don't really believe these things, then it's never going to fucking happen for you.
I feel like that's true, but sometimes when we see people who do that, who we don't feel a high value, we're like, how the hell they feel that way?
But their value does not decrease because of how we see them.
100%.
So, like, for example, when we see a heavier set woman wearing her body how she wants to wear it and wear the clothes she want to wear, and we're like, she shouldn't wear that. But in her mind, she said, I'm at the body I need to be at.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of mindset you need to operate in. You need to operate in the highest frequency of delusion. And guess what? And I support it because that's me. I will literally think a situation will be playing out in my face and I'm like, that's not it. That's not what I see. Absolutely. Because that would never happen to me. I told you, high level of fucking delusion. That is me, bitch. So what are some traits? Because we looked them up because we are talking about from us what we feel like it is.
Yeah.
But here are some traits that we saw that quantify you as a high value woman.
One of them is values her self-esteem. Like Ami said, leave in your delusion. If you feel like it's happening, that's who you are. That is who you motherfucking are,
Bitch,
girl.
I am the main character of everyone's story.
Wow.
Everyone's
story, not your story. You think you're the main character in everyone's life?
It gives main character energy. So absolutely. If you don't see me as your main character, you're probably on the wrong chapter.
No, girl. You are highly delusional if you feel like
Did you not hear me? I operate in this space.
Yeah, but bitch, shimmer down a little bit, bitch. You can't be that delusional. Another thing is... Oh, speak to her motherfucking mind. Yes, I love a bitch who speak her mind. I don't believe in women should be seen and not heard type shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I love a bitch who say what the fuck she want to say, how the fuck she want to say it, and say it in consideration of other people too. Because that's another thing of being a high value woman. You can speak your mind, but you know how to speak your mind. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I feel you. I feel everything you're saying.
Yeah. So another thing is practice self-care. You know, a lot of times women, we put ourselves second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth in our lives. And I feel like that's starting to change. We are now becoming in a time where women are now putting their self-care work, they're putting their health, their skincare routine, you know, their mental health journey. All that is starting to change. So now I want to say women are starting to learn how to put themselves first. And it wasn't always like that, and it still continues not to always be like that because I know a bunch of women, especially who are mothers and wives, who never put themselves first. And I'm starting to see, on TikTok, women who are mothers and wives starting to put themselves first, and then like all the comments like, "You're so selfish. How do you have kids and able to do that and have time to do that? Why do you have a nanny? How dare you not be a 24/7 mother?" I'm like, y'all are living in a mind of slavery because there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom and having a nanny. Because I would do it. The bitch ain't gonna have to have no time to herself. Like, just because you suffer and you are in pain and you hate your life, don't mean everyone else has to. And that's what it is. Jealousy is a very ugly trait. And I think that's what it is jealousy. But anyways... yes, self-care is very important.
Okay, so the traits that I saw that resonated with me were don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I feel like being so in tune with your emotions and feelings is such a strong feminine thing, in my opinion. Like, being vulnerable is like chef's kiss. Like, you're letting me in on all this goodness. So that's one of the traits. Another one, which is also piggybacking off of what she said, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, is be compassionate and empathetic, which I feel like sometimes some women do lack because some people live in this persona of either operating in the mean girl syndrome or operating off of hurt. So always be compassionate, always be empathetic, treat people how you want to be treated. And I know it sounds so simple, but y'all niggas ain't doing it. So another one is to live with passion. Find something that brings meaning to your life and live for it. And if that means your kids, that means your kids. If it means podcasting, that means podcasting. But
Playing
all those things,
basketball,
I'm gonna say
anything.
all things to say, have a reason for living and do it to the best of your ability. And that's what adds value to your life because you are here for a reason.
Yeah, I love that.
All right.
So what would you think would make a woman like not have value or not be high value?
Okay, like I was saying earlier, I feel like what makes a woman, in my opinion, not have value is if she lacks self-confidence. Like, because you can't lose your self-esteem by what someone looks from what they see from you. So just like I'm saying, if we were to get hurt by every time someone called us a hoe or a bitch, that would decrease our value because you're allowing exterior factors hurt the inside.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to say, you only born and you die with one thing. That's your name. So if you know who your character is, there is nothing that anyone can say about you that can wilter that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, what do you feel
But
like?
what if who you think your character is a delusion and what other people are saying about you is actually true? What about that part?
I feel like you have to
'Cause
also
there's some
think,
people who think
but you
they're
have to
better
also- but you
people
have to
than-
also think about different people are going to get different versions of you.
Yeah.
So to one person, I may be the villain, and the other person, I might be their hero.
Yeah.
So whatever they say is true, but that doesn't stop
for
you
them.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't stop you from being who you are.
Period.
So
Yeah, what will make a woman not high value for me is kind of like what you said. Any woman who just tolerates whatever. Like, if you just allow anyone to treat you however they want to treat you, and so you just accept the bare minimum from everyone in your life, and you expect the bare minimum for yourself too. Like, you don't want to do no better. You just want to be on fucking welfare, having babies, like type shit. Like, don't want to. Don't want no better for your life. You don't want to improve. You just want to. You okay with just scrums to the earth? That is not a high value woman to me.
I
The
feel
high
that.
value woman was a top notch. What he say? Top notch bitch get. No, he said top notch
Top-notch
hoes get the most, not the lesser.
are you sure it's not top knot, bitch? Get the most, not the lesser?
It's hoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's telling us right now.
Yeah,
Hoes get out on this better than bitches do. Rather be a hoe than a bitch.
Than a bitch. Yeah, top notch hoes get the most, not the lesser. So if you're not getting the most and you getting the lesser, you're not a top notch hoe, then you are not a high value woman.
So with all the talk of high value women, high value men, we should actually talk on something that we are trying to talk about. It is high value dating. So high value dating is an ideology that pushes for women to position themselves in a way that attracts the interest of high value men. According to modern social media, today's answer to Prince Charming of a high value man is someone who is self-confident, takes care of himself, and is financially stable.
Heavy on the financial stable. Yeah, all that is, I would agree, it's high value dating. And like, I have my cousin right now, and I'm loving her life. I'm living vicariously through her. Not I am vicarious sometimes.
Girl, go ahead.
But no, like she is doing high value dating to like the fucking T. I'm talking about trips to different countries with millionaires. I'm talking about thousands of dollars getting deposited to her bank account every month. Like, I'm talking about in the double digits of the thousands of dollars. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like, this high value dating is because she positioned herself in a way to meet these men. The way she dresses is to attract these type of men. The way, like, her whole aesthetic is rich men, whether it's black or white, they tend to be white, but a man with very high value. And we're talking about millionaires type shit. Like, not the average type of man is what she is, who's what she's dating. So when I think of high value type men, I really don't go to like that extent to think of millionaires.
We're talking about high value dating.
High value dating. So when I think of high value dating, my goal isn't to attract a millionaire. It's great if I could, but that's not what I think.
I'm gonna say, but that's what I'm saying. She literally is like,
Yeah.
I deserve a millionaire, so
Yeah.
I'm going to get a millionaire.
Yeah, and she's doing everything to find and to be with that millionaire, and she's probably going to be with this millionaire actually because they're dating.
I love that.
So I love that for her. And it's like, baby, please, I can't wait. Invite me to the wedding, bitch.
I'm gonna say. So speaking of all of that, how does one position themselves
Okay.
to attract
There's
the high
a way
value
I
men?
position myself to attract a certain type of men. They don't always tend to be millionaires, but I definitely, when I try to attract a particular type of man, is I go to where they are. I meet them where they're at.
Mhm.
You know, you're not gonna meet a guy who's in finance at fucking Crew. Well, you
LOL,
might.
You might.
You might.
Because there's different walks of life that walk in that
There's different
bitch.
walks of life. Let me not say that. You might, but you're more likely to meet them at, their meetings or gatherings or where they're going to be at. So I just try to be at places where, I might find one. When I go to a grocery store, I don't go to the regular grocery store. I go to the high-end grocery stores. I go to grocery stores in the nice neighborhoods because they're out there. When I go to happy hour or when I'm having like lunch by myself, I'm not going to like a regular place. I'm going to like a hotel bar. I'm going to a very nice high-end place. Stuff like that. You get a membership to a hotel, not hotel lounge, an airport lounge. They're there too. Places where you can meet them, especially like at little high-end dinner places, they're always there too. Like there's just make yourself available to them. And not only do you have to make yourself available to them, there's a certain type of look that they want. Me, as how I'm looking now, I'm probably won't attract the type of man that I'm talking about because I do have natural hair. My nails are really long. You also have the aesthetics too. And that's very important. They like the very modest, sexy but modest, short hair, natural type look. So if you're trying to date these type of men, you also have to know to shut the fuck up sometimes, because men with money don't like women who talk a lot. They like submissive, some do, but they like submissive women who don't really talk a lot. So you have to also cater your personality to their personality too, which is, I think, is the hardest part, is when you have to like cater to their personality, because sometimes I don't want to do what you want to do or talk about what you want to talk about or talk about your job or talk about your career or golfing or stuff like that. But if you want to attract this high value man, you better act like golfing is the most important thing in your motherfucking life and be attentive to their conversation.
So for me, I think the way that you position yourself to finding these high value men is, one, becoming a high value woman. So like we said, if you feel like you're a high value woman, you would naturally exude that and it would attract men, because certain men can, like we said, see, and they would know if you are a high value woman just by looking specifically. Because Braxton, you think we high value? See? But it's because it's how we present ourselves.
The way he shook his head, he's like, yeah, that's some high value.
It's because we present ourselves because with or without, we're kind of like go-getters. And I feel like in my opinion, to be a high value, you have to have a certain essence that certain men find a good quality as a mate.
Did I ever send you that personality survey to see what kind of woman you are?
No.
Okay, you should take that.
You found it on TikTok, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was going to say, because I'm going to say everything is TikTok
you a hater.
now.
But you know what? You 90% right, because most of the time it's TikTok.
So another way to position yourself around these, or to attract these high-value men, is to change your perspective on dating. Me and my friend Samira talk about this all the time. If you keep saying, men ain't shit, and this ain't that, and this ain't that, that's the men you're going to attract, because you have your mindset set that dating is trash. You don't need a man. You don't, like, not saying you don't need a man, but when you say things like niggas ain't shit, you keep attracting and facilitating the magnetism of the niggas that ain't shit. So for me, I'd be like, even like sometimes now I feel like even when I'm like mad at my boyfriend, I don't even talk about negativity about our relationship anymore, because of like, I said, the power of the tongue is so strong. So like whenever I am mad at him, everyone's like, are y'all good? I'm like, we are living our best life right now. And next thing you know, 3 days later, we're good. But it's like when you start spewing or having that mindset and you always are like speaking that rhetoric, it is extremely problematic.
So are you saying you no longer saying niggas ain't shit with me?
Yeah, I'm not there with you. Like I'm on the most high vibrating, loving, like even when it comes to like things on social media, when it doesn't align with what I'm currently thinking is my delusion, I would say I'm uninterested in it. Or like if it's something like it just changes my mindset, I'm like, let me just change it, because at the end of the day, you operate in the space of everything that you see, even if it's conscious or subconsciously. So I don't want to say niggas ain't shit. I want to say I am on my way to see my husband. I'm happy to see, and I've never wanted a husband, but now it's like, if I put my mind in the set of saying I possibly want to get married one day, I got to stop saying I don't want to be married. You see what I'm saying?
Period.
Delusion, bitch. That is she.
Okay.
So what women look for in high value men, like us specifically, what do we look for? Because they try to give us what we think they might want, but what do we specifically want? Because I can't speak for everyone.
I can speak for myself, and what I look for when I'm looking for a high value man that I actually want to be with is, I look for a provider mentality. Because one, I have no problems asking my man for some money, but we would prefer a man that we don't have to ask, that just know, like, hey, when I say I'm getting my nails done, send out nail money. Like, that's just
like little shit,
little shit, like stuff like that. So that's something I consider in a high value man. Also is openness and compassion. I love someone, to me, a high value man is open. You're not judgmental. You're not worried about the gay community. You're not worried about trans people and them sharing bathroom. You're not worried about, stuff like that. Like, you're open to all of those ideologies and stuff like that. So my high value man won't be closed-minded. He'll actually be open and loving to all kinds of people with all walks of life. And compassion. Who doesn't want a compassionate man? Like me, if you see your man showing compassion to other people, that just makes my pussy wet. I mean, like, I'm gonna make you a daddy.
Honestly.
Like, when I see you, oh yeah, that make you want that pussy. You just make this pussy, like, that's the type shit I feel when I see my man. Like, even when he's showing compassion to, like, other people and other women, like opening doors for other women, that don't bother me
at all.
I love my man. Like, yeah, my man gonna hold your bags for you. Oh, girl, you need this? My man gonna pick up the tab type shit. Like that. If you want to see this coochie get real wet, do stuff like that. And then last but not least, leadership qualities. We all want to be passenger princess. We all want to, like, sit back. Not that we don't want to know what's going on in our life and our, in the family and all stuff like that. But we also like the fact that we trust you in your decision-making process. We don't always have to be like, like, my man got it. Like, have you seen I don't know if you've seen those TikToks where it's like, when I'm with my man, I don't know, I don't hold things. I'm just brainless and just like,
literally, I feel that way though.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about anything. Like, literally, you are literally here to solve all my life problems.
Yeah. So we love the fact that our man is just there. Like, anytime we need something, we're gonna call you. Anytime we have to ask a question, we're gonna call you because we see you as that person that we can trust and confide in.
That's a big fact.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I'm looking in a high value man, like she said earlier, emotional intelligence, like just understanding your emotions. Like, the thing is, I'm okay with a man that sometimes doesn't express all the things that he wants or needs in a timely manner. But what I need to know is your understanding of those feelings. Like, say you get triggered by something. I want you to know why you're triggered by that and how to be solution-based so we don't get back to that. Because most times people get mad and I'm like, so do you understand why you're angry? No. And I need you to understand why you're angry, because how do I know how to fix it if you don't even know why you're angry?
Yeah.
So emotional intelligence is very important for me to think that you're a high value man. Another thing for me, I'm sorry, even though I do it, as a high value man, you should not be gossiping. What the fuck are you sitting around talking about? Like, because you should be handling some motherfucking business. I'm not saying that's a bitch trait, but it's a bitch trait. So
you should be solving problems.
You should be solving problems. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to act like you are above all these qualities, but if I find you as a high value man, you are above all of these qualities. And as a high value man, you should not be gossiping. I'm sorry. You might listen to my gossip, but you shouldn't be gossiping with me. And
so what's your man gossiping with you?
I mean, I said no. I'm just saying, like, for example, my boyfriend, I will tell him stuff about, like, what's going on at work, and he'll be like, okay. Yeah. And he won't tell me anything that's going on with his job. And I was like, what's the tea? He's like, I don't need to be doing that shit. I was like, period. Period. And then, so last but not least, for me, as a high value man, you don't get jealous. You don't operate in that space because you understand what you bring to the table. And I feel like that also goes with your confidence as a high value man. If you know who you are and what you bring to this woman's life and or my life, you're not getting jealous of encounters and or text messages, or you're not doing shit like that. Because if you're high value, like I said, your value is valuable. So why are you getting jealous? Nigga, you the prize. You feel me? High value men are the prize. I'm not talking about regular men. High value men, definitely. Aspirational. So let's get into our game where we're going to name some guys and we're going to say if we think that they were high value or not.
Okay.
So, Kanye West, you think he high value?
No.
Why?
Honestly, because he brings too much stress. I'm a stress-free ass bitch. So
but he's financially stable.
He is.
Provider mentality.
He is.
So he's everything he's actually a compassionate person. So I'm saying everything.
I haven't seen his compassion.
George Bush don't care about black people.
That was like 25 years ago.
That's still compassion.
I haven't seen his compassion. I don't know. I wasn't married to him, so I haven't seen his compassion. But to me is, if anyone who knows me, y'all know I put my peace above all. And if you bring me hell, you ain't no high value ass man, because he brought Kim hell. Like, sir, why are you causing me all this trouble for what? Please, my friend, go.
Are we sure that he was causing all the hell, or it's just the perspective of one's view?
Whatever hell Kim was causing him definitely wasn't public.
Because that's probably him, not him being high value. He's like, I don't need to put my business in the streets.
He did, though.
He says, I'm going to put it in the streets when she put it in the streets.
But she hasn't, though.
It was tit for tat. I'm going to defend Kanye West like he is my uncle, because he is.
I don't even like Kim. But one thing about Kim is she has never publicly talked down on Kanye. And that's facts. Kanye has consistently publicly talked down on Kim. And my thing is, whatever happens, you gonna talk about me good in public, but when in private, I'm gonna tell you the real shit. I'm never gonna talk down on you in public to anybody, because that's not their business. But bitch, I'm gonna tell you the real tea between me and you. And I don't like that. He causing too many damn problems talking too damn much. If we don't like male gossipers.
He said causing too much problem. You felt that in your soul. Who did you say?
Barack Obama.
Do I find him high value?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, if you want boring, nigga. Like, Barack does not make my pussy wet, so I feel like there's nothing.
He's supposed to.
Then you're not high value. Like, I look at you as cuz. Like, I'm not looking for your value if you're my cousin. Mm-hmm. So, but because he was president, he's black and shit, I guess we have to like say he's high value.
All right.
Wears suits, and him and her say the same fucking interviews every fucking 2
About
years.
how they hated each other for 10 years. What?
Only she said she hated him. I ain't never heard him say he hated her.
He never say he hated her. But what is a propaganda? Why she keep reminding us that she hated her husband for 10 years?
Okay, so, side note. I feel like we always keep asking this question, and I feel like this all goes to say that because I just had a friend that told me that him and his relationship, it ended. Yeah. And he said because they both were unhappy. Uh-huh. And because there were dynamic shifts in their relationship that caused them to be unhappy, so they couldn't communicate through their unhappiness. Okay. And I said...
That's very smart that he realized all of that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So with that being said, she keeps reminding us that you're not going to like your partner every day.
Yeah.
But to know that just because you don't like them, in spite of not liking them, you love them enough to try to make it work.
Yeah.
So I feel like there was an important message, even though we were trying to let it go over our head. I feel like having someone break it down to me like that, like, we were very unhappy and she couldn't be unhappy with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah, but she was unhappy with him for 10 years.
I feel like there was probably like spurs of happiness and because we fucking for real. Even with people that we talk to, like dating wise, how many times we say we can't stand that nigga, but we go, my man.
Yeah, of course. But some people feel like, okay, it's the amount of time where you're willing to draw it, to take it.
Because she knew the potential of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
She knew that he was going to be Barack Obama.
No, she was unhappy with him during the presidency. That's the 10 years she's talking about.
Wow. I mean, because he had to be everything for everyone and nothing for her.
Exactly. That's why she was unhappy for 10 years. Because he was our daddy. And
you got Barack Obama, okay?
Yeah.
A win is a win.
But that thing, I don't think she expected to do it when going into the presidency. I don't think she knew all.
Exactly. I don't think anyone, but they also always say a man with great power comes with a lot of great responsibility. So if you know that you're not built for that type of love.
Oh, she was built for it.
I know, but I'm saying, because someone like me, I don't think I'm built to be with a president. I'm not built to be with a congressman. I'm built to be with a nigga that's going to give me the attention I need at 12:30 in the afternoon because I need it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm built for, and I know that. So, for me, the next person I said is John Legend. Do we find him as high value?
I would consider John Legend a high value man because of just how much he defends and loves his wife.
Facts. The one thing he gonna do is defend the bitch because she is a wild card.
She is, and he loves it. That's what I'm saying. A certain type of men love that type of woman. And they'll be like, oh, I can't handle a woman like that. But
he found that woman and he married her.
And he married her.
And treats her very fucking well.
Everyone has their person. So just because you're like, oh, I can't do that, that's for you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just you. Will Smith.
I want to say he's high value.
He's high value.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I love a nigga who will slap a nigga for me.
Honestly, I feel like there ain't nothing more high value than loving your spouse out loud. Like we just said when it comes to John Legend. I think it's very romantic. It's very, it's so not American of these niggas, okay? Right. Because most men in this generation that we live in, because I mean, guess Will Smith ain't in the generation, so it don't fucking matter. But it's like most men that are in our generation, they want to be so nonchalant, act like they don't give a fuck. And you better chalant about me, my niggas. So slap a nigga or two. Slap a bitch if you need to. I ain't gonna say nothing. Waka Flocka.
Yes.
I think he's high value too.
He's high value.
But I think that
even though he cheat a lot.
You think he cheats a lot?
Oh yeah, that's why him and Tammy got a divorce. He have cheated on her.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't even want to condone cheating or say what did she do, because at the end of the day, I see how he stepped up for her child and claims that that's his, and he still does, even though they're not together. That's what makes him high value in my opinion. So I'm like, you made a commitment and you stuck to it, even though you weren't committed to your marriage, which sucks. That sucks. But as a father, you still
because there's some men who can be good dads, but just not good husbands.
Exactly. And if that wasn't for you, or that wasn't the person for you to make you be a great husband, all things considered, you're still high value to me. Even though you cheated, you're still high value. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have another person?
LeBron James.
LeBron James is fucking high value as fuck.
High value as fuck.
Because it's just like we said, it all goes back to, it's like we say what we want in a partner, and these men are oozing it. It exemplifies taking care of your partner's peace. Like, we would never know what the fuck is going on with them, because him and Savannah don't talk back to us. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why Danae is not going to be high value to me, because you don't talk back to the critics. You don't speak to us.
And even though LeBron James might not have been faithful the whole time, you ain't never heard about it.
You would never know about it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, same for Bundles of Brittany. She was more high value until she started telling her story. Yeah. Like, I feel like keeping that peace of knowing no one's gonna, whatever the opinion they have, they have. When you feel like you have to defend your story is when I feel like you decrease your value, because you're trying to talk to the common folk. Because you're still making more money than us on a regular day.
Sometimes.
But I'm saying most times you're most likely making more money than us. So you feel like you have to defend your life to us. It's crazy.
But sometimes I feel like I understand why they have to speak up. Because when they don't speak up, they're damn. If they do speak up, they're damn. You damned if you do, you damn if you don't.
And at a certain point,
you need to put your story out there, so then so the narrative they're taking isn't, always a narrative. But sometimes it's cool not to speak too.
I'm gonna say I feel like privacy is your greatest currency.
Yeah, because you don't speak to us.
I'm gonna say you can't beat up what you don't know. So, like I said, whenever someone's living in delusion, you can't know if that nigga's beating on her until she put it in her close fucking friends that her nigga beating on her. And the thing is, we don't need to know that because you're not leaving him. So So why are you posting him so highly on your Instagram, but then your close friends? And that's the thing. And that's what I'm not gonna do. The fuck,
girl, that one girl I follow. Anyways,
so let's get into some questions.
Well, we kind of talked about this already, so I guess it doesn't matter. But is high value subjective?
Yes, yeah. Because we can say sometimes for some people it's aesthetic, and some people it might be financial. I feel like depending on what you value is what you're going to see as high value.
Yeah.
My question is, what changes are you making in your life to try to attract the type of high value man that you want?
Ooh, that's a good question. What changes? The only change I can see myself making is putting myself more in those places, to attract the high value man that I want to attract.
I think for me, when it comes to attracting the high value man that I feel that I'm the high value woman for, is being intentional with everything I'm doing when it comes to that man. Because even if that man is not the most high of value, what I value, if it brings it to me, I'm going to be intentional about where I go with that man.
Do you think we would be considered high value women to men?
I mean, Braxton said yes.
Yeah, Braxton
I feel like some men will find us as high value because men like high-strung women. They like women that can speak their mind. Like, people like people that can talk shit and back it up. Like, if a nigga say he gonna beat your ass and he do, you be like, respect, So for bitches like us that talk our shit and really live our shit, it's applause. But it's like, say that
sometimes.
But I'm saying, say that we're women that can pay our bills and do this and we can do that, and we out here in niggas' DMs asking them for money. That's giving very much low vibrational. It's giving too many chicken wings on the plate. So I feel like if you talk your shit and you live about it, that's what makes you high value. And that's so crazy, because I was going to say, why do you consider yourself high value? That's my question to you. Why do you consider yourself high value?
I consider myself high value because of my mentality, honestly. I feel like I have a good mindset.
But your mentality's fucked up. You worried about the wrong things. You worried about the wrong. Your mentality fucked up.
I worry about the wrong things. I think my mentality is I feel like I'm a go-getter. I feel like okay. Although I do feel like people do think they're better people than they actually are, I feel like I'm a pretty cool person. So my mentality and who I am as a person makes me feel like I'm a high value woman because I'm a cool ass bitch and I'm kind of funny.
And we love
laugh you out your jaws.
We love high value bitches because I feel the same way. So, you know, I'm going to piggyback off of that shit because high value, high frequency, high everything.
High everything, baby. I live my life high.
Fucking crying. So thank you all for following us on this motherfucking journey of high value women, high value dating, high everything. Like she said, Follow the girls on all social media platforms at The Real Sippin' Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sippin' Spill 1.
And follow us on our YouTube. Follow
Instagram.
us on our TikTok. Follow us on our Facebook. Follow us on
Twitter.
Everything that you can get your motherfucking fix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And give us a 5-star rating.
Just be some 5-star bitches.
Ow.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea.